there has been international outcry after a Hong Kong court sentenced the pro-democracy media mogul and China critic Jimmy Lai to 20 years in prison. It's the longest punishment given so far under a Chinese-imposed national security law. That law has virtually silenced dissent in the city. Beijing's foreign ministry is defending the sentencing, saying the 78-year-old deserved to be severely punished.
Hong Kong's most vocal Beijing critic, Jimmy Lai, arrived at court under tight security. His supporters waited for hours outside as judges handed down Lai's 20-year sentence. The ruling was immediately condemned by those gathered, calling it part of a wider crackdown on press freedom.
No more freedom in Hong Kong now.
You're free to eat, you're free to go, but you're not free to express yourself.
The situation in Hong Kong now is like the weather, grey and covered with dark clouds. Apple Daily was the only platform that carried the voice of the Hong Kongers.
78-year-old Lai founded the now defunct Apple Daily newspaper and was among the first high-profile figures arrested under the national security law imposed by Beijing after months of street protests. Convicted in December for conspiracy to collude with foreign forces and publishing seditious materials, Lai has already spent more than 5 years in custody, much of it in solitary confinement. Rights groups have criticized his punishment, describing it as effectively a death sentence, a feeling echoed by his supporters.
I really wish he would apply for medical parole, because even one day of imprisonment like this is an unjust. It is harmful to his mind and health. I do wish his family would apply medical parole for him.
The ruling has also drawn international condemnation, with the UK and the US calling for Lai's immediate release. But China's foreign ministry says his case was legitimate and legal, and Lai deserved to be severely punished under the law.
Well, I'm joined now by journalist Tom Grundy. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of the English newspaper Hong Kong Free Press. Tom, it's good to have you with us. This is the most high-profile case so far under Hong Kong's national security law. For our viewers, tell us why Lai has been such an influential figure in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and the longest sentence under the security law so far. Lai has long been a top enemy of Hong Kong and a figurehead in the decades-long opposition movement. This 156-day trial saw him accused of using his tabloid, the pro-democracy Apple Daily, to lobby foreign nations to impose sanctions or blockades on China and Hong Kong. And he was said to have incited hatred through 156 opinion pieces that he wrote. His 2020 arrest came in the wake of the 2019 unrest and protests. It was an apparently leaderless movement, but Apple Daily, always wildly popular, was seen to be siding with the protest movement. 200 police raided it in 2020. The last copy sold 1 million in hours. Its assets were frozen. And now, basically, Jimmy Lai will be 94 if he gets out in 2044. We're not seeing headlines about, maximum sentence or life behind bars, but it doesn't seem likely that, he will be coming out considering his poor health.
And what has been the reaction there in Hong Kong to the sentencing?
Well, celebratory among the establishment, and locally I have seen no criticism, to be honest. The leader, John Lee, locally has said, for sure he deserves his punishment after all the harm he has done, and he slammed his evil deeds. The chief superintendent, Steve Lee of the National Security Department, he welcomed the sentencing, and also added that authorities are still investigating some matters, so this may not be the end of it. I contacted the Journalists Association. They said that they could not speak right now, and the Foreign Correspondents Club said that they would not give a comment for now. But abroad, Human Rights Watch and a litany of different NGOs have said this is effectively a death sentence. Years of persecution show the Chinese government's determination to crush independent journalism. And of course, his family have called this heartbreaking, and the EU, UK and Australia have also criticised today's sentencing.
And I'm wondering what kind of impact this is going to have in Hong Kong, especially among those who might be critical of the way the territory is being governed. I mean, are we talking about, it sounds like you're describing already a chilling effect.
Well, for the press, the changes are already baked in. We knew that where this was going, many years ago. As for Hong Kongers, many have seen the security law unfold over the last 5 odd years, with examples made of people a lot closer to home than Jimmy Lai. Jailings of civilians over slogans or T-shirts or speech online, and over 60 civil society groups, gone just in the last few years. So folks here know the process is not slowing down. It's going in one direction, national security for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and there are millions of dollars, thousands of bureaucrats dedicated to ensuring, that resistance to Beijing's rule is stamped out. So not a huge lot is likely to change after today, to be honest, as it's no surprises.
And China, of course, not bending, saying that Lai deserved to be severely punished. We know that Japan is voicing concerns over this sentence. What about the rest of the region? I mean, are we seeing any reaction to Lai's fate?
Slowly coming in. I mean, a China spokesman has said this is reasonable, legitimate, and legal. There is no room for argument. Taiwan said the sentence was aiming to create a chilling effect across sectors and borders. Japan's chief cabinet secretary is seriously concerned, and Australia has aired criticism as well. Further afield, plenty of criticism from Western countries, and we are just hearing that the UK plans to expand its visa scheme for Hong Kongers, so thousands more would be welcome to move to the UK.
Tom Grundy, founder and editor-in-chief of the English newspaper, the Hong Kong Free Press. Tom, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your reporting, too. Thank you.